line and let's just run it.
We're just run. No, you're already fucking rolling in here like like a goddamn movie star on a movie set. Like handing your fucking drink off to somebody.
Matt McConaughey, dude. I was getting head in the RV. I was watching HBO. I was watching my favorite HBO TV show.
Oh, meanwhile, we've been on set. We got to fucking redo. Whoever your double is had to go back out there for the third time because the lighting's fucking changed. Because you're still in there playing Apex Legends in your fucking trailer. Just rolling out here like an asshole.
Playing Apex Legends, not fucking being productive. Okay?
Yeah, get out of here. Not winning. But yeah, hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Hey. Welcome back to you, Poker Guy. You're live, man.
Welcome back. Welcome. I feel good. It feels good to be back, boys. I feel good to be back in America where things are expensive and the food doesn't have that same kick to it, man. It just doesn't have that same kick.
So where'd you go? Where are you at on this journey?
This is
You're from Florida. Where'd you fly out of?
So pretty much, I flew out of Orlando.
Oh, gross! Very gross. You had to go through Orlando.
Super disgusting. I'm not a big Orlando guy, so I flew out of Orlando. Flew on Southwest. I don't know if you've ever flown Southwest before, but Southwest is a really weird experience. Southwest
what I'll say is a guy like you and Southwest do not match up well. Because if you're going to fly Southwest and do it right, you got to be one of these people that's has alarms on their phone.
That's funny you say.
To where it's okay, my flight's at 4:22 p.m. Okay, if I don't check in at 4:23, I'm gonna be fucking cocked in the back of this thing, stuck in the middle.
You know how funny it is that you say that? So my travel companion was this dude, right? And he's like an engineer type, like retired engineer guy, played the stock market, won the stock market. So he's just chilling now, right? So he's bugging me. I'm trying to fly on Spirit, which is like the Burger King of fucking airlines. Spirit is so terrible. Everybody that I talk about with Spirit, like about Spirit, everybody has Spirit stories and how terrible it is. So this dude, he checks in like 24 hours before the flight because the way that it works is you don't get a number. You just get placed on the plane, and then based on your seating arrangements, the higher number or the lower the number you have, like 1 through 20.
Whatever group you're in, that's a group.
You want a group closer to A, less close to C and D.
You don't want to be double Q. Number. You do not want to be group double Q.
No, and so the reason it is because you get to pick your own seats. There's no reserved seats. So if you're picking last, you're gonna get in the back of the plane. So me, when I fly and I have a seat assignment, I wait to the very, very end because I don't have children. I just wait till the end and I sit there, and then once everybody is fucking in like the plane, I'll stand up, I'll check in, I'll like go to my seat. You know what I mean? But
let me just chill, because I agree with that entire philosophy.
Yeah,
we're all getting there at the same time. The less time I can spend actually on the plane
is a good
cramped
thing.
In there, better.
I just don't want to like touch other people because they're disgusting. Like these people are just eating Cinnabon, Cinnabon. So they're sticky. I don't want to interact with these sticky people. I just don't.
And I don't have one of those little masks that everybody in a certain another continent tends to wear when they travel with large numbers. It could be any continent, really.
Long story short. My buddy, he's engineer type, so I could hear Mrs. Fever just going in on those dogs.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No control.
So here's what just happened. So a minute ago, she walks in here and she goes, "Hey, one of these fucking dogs." She says she always titles them as my son. When they do something, your son has done something. Well, they're dogs, and
like good or bad. Like if it's a bad thing, they get a son.
Yeah, if it's a
your
bad
son
thing.
Took a shit on the new couch.
Yeah, exactly. So one of them grabbed the roll of toilet paper, ran it, and then they run it through the house like they do, and then he ate something, and then now they're just fucking raising hell. I have to go up there,
and that's not even a real child, bro.
No, it's not. It's not. If it had been a real child, I'd be gone right now. I'd be like, hey, welcome back. Hey, get heavy, baby. Yeah. And we'll see everybody later. I'd be like, that'd be it. I'd be up there dealing with the shitty diaper. Gross. But anyhow, you're getting herded like a cattle
It's
onto
just
the
funny.
Southwest
The
fight.
funny thing is just this: is my buddy. He's a type A personality. He needs to be checked in really early. So like, I'll be literally the third to last person on the plane, but I'll be in like the second row, and I get on, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yo, what's up, dog?" I'll give him like the, like, "What's up, dog?" Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll sit down, and I always pick because he's an aisle man. He's an aisle man,
Oh, I'm
and
definitely an aisle man.
and the
Definitely an aisle
seat
man.
that he will hold for me, because we took, I think, like 3 to 4 flights, including like the connectors and all that.
Yeah.
Every single one of those flights I rode in like the middle. I was riding bitch, and that sucked, but I was like
Hmm.
literally like second one off the plane. It was sick. So it took Southwest, flew into a part of Costa Rica called Liberia, which is the north end. Stayed there for 2 weeks. I just surfed a bunch. I love that. That was sick. And then I went down to a little part of Costa Rica called Pavones, which is on the border of Panama and Costa Rica on that little junction. I surfed there for 2 weeks. That was a place that I've always wanted to go to. It's a super long wave, super good. Surfed that for 2 weeks. And then I got in a car, drove back to the main city, which is San Jose. Then I came back to Florida, and now I'm depressed again. And I'm a couple video game losses away from putting that gun in my mouth and pulling the trigger. I need you, good comment sectioners. I need you guys to bring me back to life here, because
You
the
lift
United
him up.
States fucking
Lift
sucks,
him up.
dude. I don't know what it is I'm doing here, because all I want to do is shred gnar, and
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I want to do. But that's
So let
me
me
in my
ask you. Let
depression
me
mode.
let me ask you a couple questions about your trip here.
I hope I have some
Um,
answers for you.
let me ask you about your gentleman travel companion. All right. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and
He's not a listener, so we can knock him. He's a cool dude, but
that's fine. Like I'm not gonna sit here and go for the cheap angle that you and him are banging, which you could be
oh
banging. You're not banging,
no, I
but,
would tell you,
but
if I if
yeah,
I
you
if
can.
I if I
Yeah,
was, I'd probably text you when I was there and be like,
yeah,
"Hey, dog, I'm like
yo,
I'm knee deep
yo,
in
dog.
some dick."
Yo, I got
Uh,
some. I got some wrinkly old dick right up in it.
yeah,
But no, let me. So
it's
you
salty.
two. No, but so you two. What is the nature of your kind of interactions? Are you so when you go from one place to another? Is he going? Is he shredding our
Yeah.
this same 2 weeks?
Yeah, so if
And
you're going to
then
be traveling with somebody like that, you need to make sure that you guys are on similar NAR levels,
uh,
or at least in like close enough NAR levels. Like myself, I'm not a professional, but I'm in between intermediate and advanced. I feel very comfortable in dangerous waves, and I like critical situations. My buddy's a little bit older than me, and he's a little bit more careful with his body. He's more intelligent, wiser, and less stupid. So he doesn't surf as aggressive as I do, but he's in the intermediate bracket, so we can kind of
yeah.
overlap a little bit. If the waves are too crazy, he'll sit out. But for the most part, when it comes to surfing, we're kind of on the same threshold,
Yeah, you
on the
don't
same
want someone.
spectrum.
You don't want someone that can't crank the bunny slope when you're
Exactly,
smashing black
exactly,
diamonds.
exactly,
So
exactly.
that's something I had. So I will not go on a surf trip with you. The
No.
the other
Oh,
thing
I would
is,
love to go on a surf trip with you, dude. If I could,
yeah,
if I can see proof of you in like your bathtub floating, giving me like with
then you
some
that I'm
proof,
good.
knowing that you can
Then
hold
I'm
your breath
good.
for more than like 3 seconds without begging for air, then I think I can probably teach you how to surf. I can get your fucking old ass on a surfboard, dude.
No,
Definitely.
I've actually so up here in the great state of Oregon, we have a lot of outdoor life. I've been looking into and this would be good to ask you. I've been looking into stand up paddle boarding because I have a
I got
Labrador.
answers. I got answers. What do you
And I
want?
feel I feel like he would fucking enjoy sitting on that. I always see these people with their dogs on that
Yeah,
thing,
my dog
right?
likes it. My dog loves this
Yeah,
shit.
just sit him on there and then be like, all right, let's go out the fucking lake and then just paddle around out there for a
You would
while.
need a big paddle. So the most successful paddleboard dog companions are like the little ones. Like you'll see like Boston Terriers. Like my friend's got a Boston Terrier, and that thing dances on the board and it loves it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because it only
I
weighs fucking
imagine.
10 pounds,
Yeah,
15, 20 pounds. But
yeah.
I've seen heavier dogs. I've seen pits, and I've seen labs on the paddle boards. But with the bigger the dog, that's an extra 50 pounds. You know what I
It's
mean? Or an extra
he's a
40 pounds.
75 pound. He's 75
That's a
pounds.
big dog. You're probably gonna look at like if your average paddleboard is about 8 to 10 feet. You would probably be like having to get something a little bit longer, something that you would ride on flatter water. Like if it's a boat analogy, you'd probably want a boat that's bigger and less like a speedboat and more like a I don't know.
I
Less
saw it looked a little bit like surfboards. They had one where it was like a cutting hull where it was
yeah.
for longer trips, and then
Yeah.
another one that was like I don't know, it was like almost like a fucking pontoon boat
Here's
where
what
you
you
just kind
should
of
do.
skidded.
If that's something that you really want to do and you want to be realistic about it, you should go without your dog and get your fat ass on one of these things
No,
and
that's a
paddle
plan.
around.
That's a plan.
See what it's like
That's a plan.
because I'm gonna tell you something. I fucking hate stand up paddleboarding. I hate it because it's so exhausting and it's so tiring. And in
Yeah,
Florida, it's always hot. So you get that sun
mega
beating
hot.
on you, and then it reflects off the water. So then you're getting hit double. So you're getting barbecued twice. Now I imagine if you're in Oregon, it might be a little
No, but
nicer.
that's what's nice about here is it's cold, right? So
Mm,
you can fucking if you're good at it, you can do it without getting too
totally.
wet.
A
You
wise
know?
man once told me, "You're not going to get better at doing something by not
Yeah.
doing it." So I would recommend to do it. And then if you think you can throw another 75, 50 pounds on that fucking bitch,
Yeah.
then go for it. You
Go
know,
for it.
it's you can't. You're not. Nothing bad is going to happen from
Here's
this.
what
You
I'm
know.
gonna do. No. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start eating a lot, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gain like 40 pounds, right?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get a paddleboard and I'm gonna start paddleboarding, and then I'm gonna lose like 60 pounds because I could definitely lose like 20
So you're
pounds.
going Christian Bale here. You're going
Right.
Christian Bale,
Right.
the
Yeah.
machinist.
Method acting.
Yeah.
But then after I get down to that weight, I'll be heavily conditioned from the paddleboarding, and I'll be used to paddleboarding a heavier weight, having been much heavier when that journey started. So this success starts as it always does with eating, eating a lot. So
I mean, you could
that's
always
the way to
get.
go.
You could always do bet. Maybe take some potatoes and put them in a bag and put them on your back, and maybe that
I
could
guess
kind of,
that'd be another way.
that'd be another way to do it. That way you're not,
A
putting
less
your liver
delicious
at
way to
risk.
do it. It'd be a
It's
less
like that
delicious
movie.
way.
Remember the
Yeah,
movie
for
with,
sure.
yeah, definitely less delicious. It's like that movie with the McDonald's Supersize Me. Remember that shit where the guy just ate
Oh,
McDonald's for 30 days,
yeah.
and then like at
Yeah.
the end, he was like, "I'm
He
feeling
almost
good,"
died.
and then the doctor was like, "I think your liver,
Yeah.
has AIDS."
Yeah.
But the rest of your body doesn't. I don't know how to explain it. And then he's like, I have to stop. Like,
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're terminal. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to donate this to a lady who went on a Property Brothers cruise when she could have had a good kidney, but she's gonna have one of yours, man. She's gonna take one of yours with her. All right, next question. So, like a typical day between you and your gentleman companion, you're gonna get up.
Gentleman
So I'm saying you're saying you spent 5 weeks with a gentleman companion,
yeah.
travel companion.
Okay.
Between you and your gentleman travel companion. So you both wake early in the morning, I would imagine, right? Because
Yeah.
the NAR is tasty. It's tasty in the morning.
If the
It's
NAR
like
is
fishing.
tasty, well, it is like fishing. It definitely depends on the time of day. But if the NAR is crunchy, as they say in the morning,
Yeah, crunchy. Ooh.
super crunchy.
That's what about crispy? Does
If it's
crispy work? Does
crispy
work?
for sure,
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. Let me see if I can think of some
yes.
adjectives. It's firing. Some of the ones that we use is it's firing. It's going
Yeah.
off. It's absolutely mental.
You see, you wake up. You wake up in the morning, and you look.
Two beds.
Okay, so you look over.
Two beds.
At your gentleman travel companion.
I
Sleep
nudge
in the
his
same
feet.
room in a different bed. Sleep in the same room but a different bed.
Naked, of course.
So you look at your companion and you say, "Yo, hey, bro, looking pretty crispy out there." So
Mhm.
you both get up and you head out. You take your shirts off, you hop in the water, and then
There's music. There's
Yeah,
music.
music. It's actually a Top Gun volleyball scene, right? Basically, for a couple hours, right?
Hell
Then what do
yeah.
you do? You break for lunch. You getting drunk
It
at that point? Like
it
you start to get
depends.
fucked up? Like
Yeah,
what's going on?
So it depends. Like it just depends on the day. It depends on weather. It depends on all kinds of things. But the general consensus is you want to get some NAR on, and the best NAR tends to be either early morning or depending on the tide. But we caught it to where every morning we were in the water, never past noon. And then if we were lucky, you can do a double session in the evening, maybe around like 5 o'clock if the sun sets at like 6:37. Maybe get like 4 to 7. and you do two sessions. But after the first session, there's one thing you need the beer, for sure,
Got
and
to.
then if you have like an outdoor shower, you can do the BITS, which is always the classic beer in the shower. Beer in the shower is a must. And then after you're dehydrated and your body can't go much farther, there's really nothing better than like an ice cold beer.
Yes.
I'm sure, like, like playing tennis, whatever, being on the beach, roofing with a bottle of suds, just all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. Like if you had that one, like right after,
Satisfaction.
that hits real good. And then after that, it's just getting fucked up season. I'm not a particularly avid pot smoker, but when I was there, I was smoking every day, which is pretty sweet.
When in Rome, when in Rome.
Well, I try to get you in the mentality of being a
Yeah.
non-contributing member of society. It takes a lot of
Exactly.
effort.
It helps.
So
It really
it
helps.
ain't easy, I'm not reading
Yeah.
the New York Times. I'm not reading the Motley Fool. Just trying to get super fucked up and not worry about things.
So let's talk a little bit about the nightlife down there. We talked a little bit about your Tinder application on your phone.
Oh man,
did you meet any ladies?
Not through Tinder. I didn't meet ladies, and I actually hit it off with one chick, and I was able to do some after hours activities. We played Uno, we played Scrabble, we played Parcheesi. It was sick.
You fucked. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
It was sick.
Nice.
But then as far as
go ahead. Let me just stop you right there. I'm gonna detour you here real quick. So my wife was having a conversation with me, old Mrs. Fever.
She's so sweet. She texted, just so the listeners know, she texted me like when I was on my trip. For whatever reason, white people think Costa Rica's full of terrorists. And she was like, I hope that you're okay. You didn't get murdered, yada, 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 yada. She's a very nice lady. It was very nice of her. Tell her I say thank you for worrying about me.
Tell her I say thank you. Yeah. I will tell you said thank you. But back to my point of, we're having this conversation about you and your sweet young woman that you may or may not have shared intimate moments with. We don't care. We're not going to get that much into it. And even at that, like, you've been back for a week or two. We haven't even had this conversation up until right now, right? Because it's like, I don't really care.
Yeah, ask me whatever.
Yeah, I'm not going to because I don't really care. But anyhow, my wife, she's having a conversation with one of her friends, and some of the shit that's coming out about these people, this friend is sharing about fucking her personal sex life, and then it's filtering its way to me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
What happened?
Well, just
what do you mean? What happened? I need specifics, dude. You're speaking in riddles. So help me out here.
I don't get into too many specifics to be whatever. But it's like women. I feel like they are sharing more things than we are sharing, particularly about like I don't know. I remember back in college, you'd be like, "Hey man, what was up with that chick last night? Did you fuck her?" Yeah, man. Yeah.
You're like,
right.
nice,
Nice. High five.
Nice.
High five.
Oh yeah, big dog. Give me the high five. Give it to me.
But it's not like, hey, bro, hey, last Saturday, did your wife eat your ass? Is your wife into eating your ass? Yeah. It's like, no, we're not going to have those conversations.
Doesn't interest me.
There's something about it.
It doesn't interest me. I like knowing that my boys are having a good time. As long as you guys are having a good time and you guys are giggling at each other like from across the table and kind of like reminiscing about the times you guys blew each other to dispatch, that makes me happy.
Yeah, it's good.
That makes me happy.
Oh my God, the General's on.
The General?
I love the General.
I love the song. Do.
I love the General. It's a decorated General. Had a hard goal, man.
It's funny that you say that because I was reading a little bit earlier. A lot of times it's like an insecurity thing. Like girls in general, they have this thing where it's not a competition thing, but it's almost like I don't know. Girls really need to brag to other girls about the things that they do. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
But I don't know, man. I think for men, it's like as long as I know you guys are good, that's all I care about. And if you guys had something serious, like if you guys would approach me like, hey, now I really want to talk about something serious, I'd take it seriously. But most of the time, dude, we even how long have we been friends, dude? All we really talk about is fart jokes, dick
Yeah.
jokes, and like fucking that's
Yeah.
about it. That's the
That's where it
extent.
goes.
That's
That's
the
where we like
extent.
it.
Yeah.
That's where we want to stay.
Mhm.
But
I hope that
I don't
doesn't come
know.
off as too sexist, but that's just something that I observed that girls girls are very I don't know. I don't get them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the more serious the relationship is, the less I care about anything. But I will say, oh, that's what I was trying to think of.
Agreed.
I did know this guy. I knew this guy. His name was we'll call him Corporal Williams in the Marine Corps. Well, Corporal Williams. He was he was one of those guys who was somehow 24 years old, but he looked he had a lot of like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons qualities, where he looked very old.
Had like liver spots.
Yeah, I mean, it's like dude, you're 24, but fuck, man, like,
How do you have liver
not.
spots on your forehead?
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
like 20.
Hair ultra thin, and then just
Yeah.
really bad posture,
Mhm.
all this shit, and just an old man.
Sure.
But he one day he came in. I don't know what he was talking about, but we were sitting around, and he goes, "Hey, I haven't fucked my wife in 2 years." I just remember looking around. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
That sucks.
Like, are you kidding me?
That
2
sucks.
years, and you're still married?
They just want to. People like that need to just get that shit off their chest. You know what I mean? Because it bothers them. That would bother me too.
But he wasn't even one of these guys who was like on a rampage all the time. He was really kind of a whip dog.
I have a guy like that.
In so many ways, he had a wife that wouldn't fuck him, the Marine Corps that wouldn't stop fucking him. Like his life was not ideal.
That sucks.
Like, not ideal.
That sucks. How'd you become so demasculated or masculinated where like that's just what you are? You're just like this like shell of a man. Not to, you're just a shell of a man. Like, how about you just tell your wife to fuck off? You know what I mean? Like, hey, fuck you. I was in the war. Like, come on.
Fuck off, mate.
Fuck off, mate.
Fuck off,
fuck
mate.
you. How do you? Fuck off. Fuck you.
Which brings us to our next point. So that wraps up your vacation. Let's talk a little bit about your return. And we have been playing some video games.
Yeah, we've been playing a ton of video games.
We've been playing a lot of them. You've been gone for 5 weeks has bought me a little bit of leash.
You've been good. You've been playing very well. I will say. I don't want to let it go to your head.
I've been doing better.
You've been playing good. You're crushing.
What I will say is I'm still the anchor, but I'm a much smaller anchor to the team.
No, you were once the anchor. Now like you're like the chick.
I'm the Draymond. I like to think of myself as a Draymond.
Yeah, the Draymond's
I do a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Glue guy. Just really there. Good call outs.
You used to be Mario Chalmers. You used to be straight up Mario Chalmers. You used to
be LeBron just screaming at me.
The occasional three-pointer.
I was game one J.R. Smith, just fucking rolling around. Why isn't he shooting it?
0 for 9.
He's just standing there,
0
shaking
for 9.
your fucking hands at me. So yeah, that used to be me. Now I'm like a Kevin Looney. I'm getting good offensive boards.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I'm not quite a Marc Gasol.
You did have some good games though. You've been having some good games. I think more than anything, the big thing that's changed. Not that any listener gives a fuck, but the big thing that has changed is you don't die as often. You're more of like you're just there. You know what I mean? You're not
less of a Leroy Jenkins tendency.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. I mean, it shows, dude. We won games. I mean, we've been actually winning
and we
games.
won a few games. We made an international friend. So here's a shout out to our international friend Shaheem.
Dude, Shaheen, what's up, mate?
What's up, mate?
Fuck you.
Shaheem, we don't want to dox you too much, but he is 18 years old. He's Muslim and he's from England. From England. He's from actual England.
It's a demographic that nobody's familiar with. He's an international, and he's like 18. He lives in the ghetto, and he's Muslim, and he spits rhymes.
Yeah. Mediocre rhymes.
No, they're pretty sick.
They were okay.
They're pretty sick.
I didn't want to get into it with him, but I guarantee. I have some.
Yeah, you could probably spit some sick rhymes. Dude, do it out real quick. Do it out real quick. If Shaheem's listening to this, what would you say to him right now?
I'll do a proper rap.
What would you say to him right now?
what I say to him right now,
Yeah.
I say he's shit. I say he's shit.
Hey, you
You
shit,
shit,
mate.
mate.
Fuck
You shit,
you.
mate.
You shit,
But
mate.
he did call me out. And afterwards, after our first game that we won,
The first dub, he got 11
Poker
kills. I
Guy
got like
had a
4.
lot, and Shaheem had a few, and
No, he had a lot. No, I think he had 11 or something.
yeah,
I think Shaheem had 11.
Bobby Fever, he had 0 for that particular round. All right, and there's a lot of a lot of glue stuff, a lot of glue guy stuff going on.
Yeah.
That particular round.
Hey,
But
hey,
yeah.
you get the W or you get the L. You're either first or you're last. It's a
But
fucking
he called
team
me out,
sport.
and my preferred video game name is Shroud. I go by Shroud in the party. It's the same reason you call a fat guy Slim, a bald guy Curly. I'm Shroud because I'm
Shroud's
the
like the
worst of the
best.
group.
Shroud's like supposed to be like this guy who plays video games online. He's like borderline autistic. Not throwing out autism jokes, but he's definitely
Yeah,
autistic. But he's really good at video games. Um, and
super good.
Shroud, aka fucking Bobby Fever, he's no Shroud. Let me put it to you that way.
No,
No
I am
Shroud.
no Shroud.
No,
But
but you've been
so
good. I'm happy though. Overall, you've
pretty
been
good.
fucking very serviceable, very
I've
serviceable.
been feeling
Not to
good
say
about
that I'm
that.
not going to trade you Joey Valanciunas and upgrade to like I don't know maybe like Marc Gasol later down the road. I'm not going to upgrade my DeRozan to a Leonard.
I get worried that I'm gonna get thrown in as an expiring to sweeten some kind of deal,
Hmm.
and then I'm fucking
And then you're back to Mario Chalmers.
then I'm in Orlando, and the only time we get to see each other is when you're fucking passing through the airport. Because
Yeah.
why else would you be in Orlando?
And then probably you have a kid at that point, and I'll leave diapers in your.
Yeah, just bomb diapers in my fucking trash can and leave.
Shout out to you, Punch
fucked up.
Team. Some shout out to you.
Shout out to you, bro. Anyhow, let me get you on these topics real quick, and then we'll do. I got one last conversation I want to have, and then we're gonna get going here.
Okay.
All right. Anthony Davis trade. Who won it? Lakers or Pelicans?
That's a good one. I think that's the thing is you're looking at you by saying there's a winner, you're implying that there's a loser. I think both teams got what they wanted. I think the Lakers were able to take that LeBron James experiment, and he's getting old, right? So now's the time. It's like you're not going to be trying to make these moves when LeBron's 42. I think he's 36, 37 at this point.
I think he's 30. I think he's like 34, but he may
Either
as well
way,
be.
he's a
He's got
beast.
the minutes. He's got the minutes of an old Karl Malone.
Either way, he's a beast though. LeBron, he's a fucking animal. So it's like they needed an AD. They got their AD. So I think the Lakers are happy because now LeBron's happy. This is just what it is. It's fucking show business. And then the Pelicans, they're actually killing it. Well, who they get in that trade? They got Lonzo Ball. They didn't get Kuzma, but they got a bunch of picks. They got ton of money.
They got Ball. They got Brandon Ingram. And
they got Brandon Ingram.
The fucking Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
They got a bunch of fucking.
But they're all
trash,
young.
though.
No, but you know what it is though? That's all shit. It's like when you roll dice. You know what I mean? Like if you roll one dice, you might get a 1 or out of 6. You got 1/6 chance. But if you're rolling 6 dice at the same time,
you're playing Yahtzee.
You're playing Yahtzee. You're throwing more than just one dice, right? So even if they hit on one of those, they'll be good because they got rid of the AD contract, and they also dumped this other guy too. So the Pelicans, you know what? They knew AD was going to leave. Either way, he was going to go to the Knicks or the Lakers or some other fucking team. So I think David Griffin, he's the Cavs' old, like the trade guy, the old GM.
Yeah.
So now he made all these sick trades, and he did good. I think he did really good. I think he set the Pelicans up for a good future going forward. And then best of all, we're going to get to see LeBron and AD, and we're going to really see like, does LeBron really want to throw those lobs to AD? We'll see.
I think he does. All I know about LeBron is he doesn't want to fucking play defense anymore. So it's good to have Anthony Davis there to block shots after LeBron just lets his dude cruise by him.
Well, it's crazy because it's almost like LeBron plays like a guard, even though he's huge. And so he's like a playmaker. He's almost like, they always use the Magic Johnson analogy. And so you're going to get to see LeBron pull in all this gravity and pull in all this action. And then meanwhile, you have AD. And then I don't even know who else they have, but if they can pick up some dude, like some corner dude, like a Danny Green or a Klay Thompson or one of those guys, then that team all of a sudden is a contender. That's a top 3 team
Well,
because
I
the
don't know if they
Rockets aren't
can.
fucking going anywhere.
I don't know if they want Clay. He tore that ACL. He's out for the year, so that's a
That
wasted
sucked,
year.
man. Let's talk about okay.
That
So
sucked, Dick. That was the next thing was Katie and
all right.
Clay.
So
So I don't know
before,
if you
what do you say?
listened to the.
Well, what do you say? You agree or disagree with the Lakers? You think the Lakers won? What do you think about
I
that?
agree with you. I think everybody wins.
Okay. Okay.
That's the Pelicans got a lot of trash, but like you said, if you can polish one of those turds into something useful, you call that a fucking win.
That's a
All
dub.
right,
That's a
they
dub.
doubled back. They doubled back out of that. They got rid of
That's a
four.
dub. That's a fucking dub, bro.
Yeah, so it's a dub all around. I want the Lakers to be good. I like LeBron. I want him to have a good. I want one last good LeBron run. The same reason I want one last good Tiger run. I just love
Yeah.
seeing that shit. So give it to me.
Yeah.
So everybody wins that. Let's talk Katie and Clay. I don't know if you listened to this solo pods, but I'm officially pods while you were gone. I'm officially Team KD at this point.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. I have not listened to any of your pod,
Yeah.
but I don't know at what point I changed, but I think like halfway through game 1, I was like, you know what? Fuck Toronto. I'm fucking going Golden State.
Yeah.
That was literally game 1, like 3 minutes in.
Okay, so you're going to want to listen to that because it happened for whatever reason. I can't remember. Oh, Kirk Cousins. When I became anti Kirk Cousins on the spur of the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happened in my mind with KD, and I'm like, you know what? No, fuck it, man. No, I'm with him now.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
I'm with him.
Because I did not want these motherfuckers to take our trophy, which they did.
Can't America's hat. None. It's America's fucking hat took the trophy.
So KD going down, that was a gut shot. But
let's talk about the timeline first. So he gets hurt. I guess in the series against the Nuggets. I don't remember who they played in the second round, but they played the Trailblazers and swept the Trailblazers 4-0 without KD before they had to play.
He got hurt Game 5 versus the Rockets.
Game 5 versus the Rockets. They sweep. They get the Rockets. And then he's out, right? KD's out. And so they have to literally – and then Looney goes out too. I think Looney goes out at some point during the Trailblazers
Looney was out.
Series.
Clay was out for fucking Game 3. Wait, no. Yeah, Game 3. He was out for fucking Game 3. So that's how it went. But the thing is, Game 6 –
Is that when KD got hurt?
No, KD got hurt
Game 5.
in
Game 5.
Game 2.
No.
Game 5. Excuse me. Game 5. He got hurt in Game 5. They lose that, and then Game 6.
Klay Thompson gets hurt.
No, they won that one. Excuse me. They won Game 5. Game 6. That right before Clay went down, I was in my hotel room watching the game, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna do it. Yeah. He's gonna do it. We're gonna have a Clay game. We're gonna have a fucking
I know
Clay
that's
game.
the Game 6 Clay game. That's the Game 6.
I was like, oh, this is the Clay game. This is the Clay game. We're going back to fucking Toronto, and then boom.
That sucked.
And then he went down, and that was it. I could barely watch the rest of the game because you knew they were gonna wear him out eventually.
Yeah.
And okay, Toronto, you win.
Dude, fuck Toronto. I fucking hate Toronto, bro. I love Kyle Lowry. Like, don't get me wrong, like Kyle Lowry is my boy. Like, I'm a big fan.
Lowry.
I like Kyle Lowry. I do like him. I think he's good. I think he's deserved a ring for a long. I like how he plays. I myself am a small man as well in a big man world, so I like the way he plays. He plays with a lot of heart. But overall, dude, I don't like fucking Kawhi Leonard. I don't fucking like that guy, man. Boardman gets paid this and that, but I'm not a big fan. I don't know what the fuck that guy's deal is, but something about him, man. It's like a guy. He probably owns a cat. You know what I mean? Like he's probably like a man with a cat, like a very unsettling on some level. But
there's
fuck Kawhi Leonard,
there's some screws loose there.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's got another trophy. He's got another Finals MVP.
Yeah, so everybody's happy. You know, the NBA's happy. I mean, the NBA, they wanted Toronto to win. That's a good thing for the NBA. As the NBA grows, every owner of an NBA team essentially gets richer. So watching Toronto win that series, I knew they were going to win that series. That was pretty obvious. The narrative was they've never won one, yada, 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 Kawhi Leonard, yada, yada, yada. So that was pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, overall, I did not enjoy the finals. I thought overall they were kind of weak.
It would have just been better if everybody hadn't gotten fucking hurt.
Yeah, yeah, it became unwatchable, and then
Yeah.
yeah, once they all started getting hurt, it was stupid. Then it became the Kawhi Leonard show because he's actually pretty solid. Kawhi is really good.
Super solid. All right, last thing of the week. I want to talk a little bit about um, another man cupping my testicles.
Okay.
And it happened to me 2 days ago. And
Was it a good touch or was it a bad touch? How about you tell the listeners?
well, it was a neutral touch. And here's the deal: I don't have kids, and I'm about to make sure that stays the case. So next Friday, early in the morning, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm heading in, and my boy Dr. S is going to slice open the beanbag and make sure that there are no little bobbies running around.
I asked you earlier, and I asked you, "Are you scared?" And you said, "Not yet." How do you feel now?
Not yet, not yet.
Still.
I mean, I will be. How can you not be?
That's why I'm asking.
There's a little bit of trepidation just going in there for the consultation. So I went in there for the consultation, and I like to joke around. But I tell you who doesn't like to joke around is people at a urology office at 7:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
They're not really in the mood to have a good time. I didn't do it. I didn't make any. You could feel it in the air. You're like, this is not. People are not going to appreciate it if I make a joke.
I mean, what joke were you gonna? What joke was it that you were gonna use?
I
I mean, hold on a second here.
I didn't have one like loaded up in my phone.
Okay.
You know, to like fucking hey.
We're gonna tell dead baby jokes. Hey, you guys, I got some good dead baby jokes.
Hey, real quick, what's the difference between a pile of dead babies and a Ferrari? I don't have a Ferrari in my garage. Here's your health history form, ma'am. I know.
Jesus.
Like, no, it's not gonna happen. No, I didn't have that queued up, but I'm just saying, it just didn't seem like the crowd. And then
missed opportunity.
The lady went and weighed me, and then I weighed like 10 pounds more than I thought I did.
Damn, that sucks.
And then she was polite about it. It's like, yeah, I was more. She's like, sometimes that scales off. And I was like, you know what, ma'am? She did have a sense of humor because I was like, you know what, ma'am? I don't think that it is, but I do, but I do appreciate your kindness with that.
That's funny. She probably has to say that like every day. Like there's that one guy. Sometimes the scale's a little off.
She's like, I think the scale's off. I'm like, I don't think it is. And I'll tell you, I was like, and I told her, I'll tell you what else. I was like, and I don't think I really have that much stuff in my pockets. So this is not a good moment for me.
That's awesome.
And she actually, cracked a bit of a smile. I was like, all right, cool. So then the guy comes in, old Dr. S comes in, and he's like, hey, how you doing? He was like a younger guy. I don't know, late 30s, 40s, something like that. And I'm in there, and we're with their website.
Why'd you choose a male doctor? Why didn't you choose like some hot ass, like some very attractive like woman?
I don't know. I didn't even choose. I just said I need to get my beanbag cut open, and then fucking give me whoever's good at that. Like I don't know. I wasn't. I mean, I'm not going.
If anybody's probably good at cutting balls off, it's probably chicks. I'm just saying.
Hey, I got a fucking DMD. I got an MD in that, right? Yeah.
Ooh. Bada bing. Hey. Sorry, Mrs. Fever. I'm sorry.
Sorry. But anyhow, I don't know. I didn't choose. I was just like,
wondering.
Hey, I need to do this.
Wondering.
Well, here's the other thing too. It's cost me $30 total. I hear a lot of bitching about the American healthcare system. Like, I don't dispute that, but for this, it's good, and it should be like that. I'm saving a lot of burden on a healthcare system by not fucking procreating. They should encourage this sort of thing. I'm glad it's economical. But
that's pretty sweet, man. I'm excited for you. That's something that I might be looking at doing. I know I was asking you earlier. I don't know if I'm gonna have kids either, so it's like I don't really know at this point. I don't want to be in a situation.
You never know when one of your Tinder dates is gonna snatch your fucking rubber out of the trash and just shove it right up there.
Well, it's not even that, man. I just don't want to get that call where it's like, I'm really, really against fixing the problem, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I really don't.
I could never do something like that. and so now you're fucked. And it's like, oh Jesus,
Mm,
oh
Jesus.
Jesus.
If you, yeah,
How much? How much
all I'm
is child
saying
support? 400 a
is
month. That's what it's gonna cost me to get you away from me. $400 a month. That's the
I
cost.
don't think it's
400. I'll do it.
I don't know. I just oof. Not a spot you want to find yourself in.
No, that's
But yeah, so anyhow, he walks in the room, and he's just like, we talk a little bit. He's like, all right, let's see him. He's like, let's see him. Like, all right. So I just stand there and fucking pull my pants down.
What'd you think, Doc? The biggest balls
Yeah,
you've ever
I was
seen,
like-
or what? Essay?
I'm like, so what do we got here? You know, I got an easy one. You have something weird about my balls? It's gonna fucking complicate this. I have testicular cancer, and I didn't know it. That was the one comforting thing. Is like, all right, I don't think I have testicular. He wasn't doing like a cancer screening, I don't think, but like
That's so weird.
that many medical people staring at my balls in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good thing.
That's so
I don't
weird,
know.
bro.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Well, we'll have a pod after.
By the time we talk again, I'll be 20 ejaculations away from sterility.
Yeah, because you were
That's how it
saying.
works, apparently.
Yeah, you were saying
Yeah.
once you get them cut, you have to bust 20 nuts in order to
You
clear.
you bust 20 nuts, and then you call them up, and you're like, all right, where do I, because I live a little bit away from where they're doing the surgery, so they have like little labs closer to your house. And like, all right, go somewhere and jerk off in this cup, and then take it there, and they'll see if there's anything alive, if there's anything in there.
Well, there better not be fucking anything in there, dude.
We'll see if you got a bunch of Rickies or if you got a bunch of Lucy's. If they're fucking swimming or if they're dying.
That's an allusion, of course, to our fabled Ricky and Lucy.
By the way,
how's Ricky doing, man? How's Ricky doing?
Quick fish talk. Ricky's alive, man. Ricky's alive.
This is fish talk.
And-
We're doing fish talk right now.
Yeah, so Ricky's alive.
Summer fish talk 2K19. Let's go, people.
I've come to look at Ricky and the entire fish tank situation as a microcosm of what's happening to planet Earth. And the mistakes that have been made. It's a one fish tank, everybody. We tried to put two of them in there, and they choked on their own shit. Okay, and lesson here being, it's not a 10 billion person Earth. Okay,
that's a good segue from vasectomies.
Guess what we're doing? We're choking
Ricky.
on our own shit.
That's good, dude. Vasectomies
to
Ricky to linking vasectomies and Ricky together. That's good, man. That was very well done.
That's good. We're hitting it hard. Poker guy, closing thoughts.
Man, life is fucking crazy. Let's just leave it at that. Life is fucking crazy, bro.
It's super crazy. I'm glad that you and your gentleman traveling companion made it back safe. Everybody, we'll see you next week.